Amen lived a peaceful and loving life with her husband Adamu and their beautiful daughter, Princess. Their home was filled with happiness, love, and comfort. Adamu adored Amen and provided everything she could ever wish for: gifts, attention, and stability. But unknown to Amen, danger was quietly creeping into her life through someone she trusted deeply, her new friend Anita. What started as a simple friendship turned into a calculated plan of betrayal. Anita studied Amen's life, learned her secrets, and slowly positioned herself to destroy her marriage. Using manipulation and dark traditional means, Anita orchestrated a devastating downfall for Amen's relationship, turning love into hatred overnight. As Amen struggled to understand what went wrong, she unknowingly leaned on the very person responsible for her suffering. This is a story of betrayal, deception, cultural beliefs, and karma, a reminder that not every smiling face has good intentions, and sometimes, the greatest enemies are the ones closest to us. Trust is powerful, but it must be given wisely. Not everyone who comes close to you has pure intentions. Some people study your life not to celebrate you, but to replace you. This story teaches us that blind trust can be dangerous. Amen opened her heart and her home to Anita, not knowing she was inviting destruction into her life. It also highlights the importance of spiritual awareness and discernment. Sometimes, when things suddenly change without explanation, there may be deeper forces at play, whether emotional manipulation or external influence. Another key lesson is that betrayal often comes disguised as friendship. The people you confide in the most can sometimes use your vulnerabilities against you. But above all, this story reminds us that karma is real. Actions, good or bad, always come back, sometimes in ways we least expect. No matter how far someone goes to destroy another person, truth has a way of revealing itself. And when it does, justice follows. Protect your peace. Guard your circle. And never underestimate the power of intuition. Have you ever trusted someone so much that you told them everything about your life? Imagine having a best friend. Someone you laugh with, cry with. Someone who knows your deepest secrets. Now imagine that same person quietly planning to take everything from you. Your happiness. Your home. Your husband. And worst of all, your peace. Now imagine it happening to you. In front of everyone. That's exactly what happened to Amen. She had the perfect life. A loving husband, a beautiful child, and a home filled with joy. It was supposed to be a peaceful family life. But in just one moment, everything changed. The love she once knew turned into something she couldn't recognize. Her husband became distant, cold, even cruel. No one understood why. No one questioned it. Everyone just watched. And what they didn't know was, someone very close to her was behind it all. Because what happened next would shock everyone. If you believe betrayal hurts the most when it comes from someone you trust, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the Story Room. Because some stories are not just told, they are felt. Amen was the kind of woman who loved deeply and gave her all. She was kind, respectful, and devoted to her family. She lived a life that seemed perfect. Every day, she cared for her home, her husband, and her daughter, Princess. Her husband, Adamu, was a man many people admired. He was hardworking, successful, and generous. He didn't just love Amen. He showed it. When she gave birth to their daughter, Princess, he bought her a brand new car as a gift. He showered her with clothes, bags, flowers, everything a woman could dream of. Their home was full of laughter, full of love. But in their world was someone watching from a distance. Her name was Anita. At first, she was just a woman in the neighborhood. Quiet, observant. But inside, she was envious. She watched Amen's life and wished it was hers. She admired Adamu, not as a neighbor, but as a desire. And slowly, a dangerous thought grew in her mind. What if he was mine? That's when everything began. Anita found a way to get close to Amen. She became friendly, helpful, supportive. Before long, They became best friends. Amen trusted her completely. She told her everything. How she met Adamu. What he liked. What he disliked. Even the smallest details. Amen shared it all. But what Amen didn't realize was, Anita wasn't listening as a friend. She was studying her. Learning her. Preparing. At first, nothing seemed wrong. But slowly, things began to change. Then one day, Anita made her move. She approached Amen with a worried face. She said, "I don't know how to tell you this, but I saw your husband with another woman." Amen froze. Her heart dropped. "What are you saying?" she asked. But Anita insisted. "I'm telling you the truth. And I'm scared he might leave you." Those words planted fear in Amen's heart. Fear she had never felt before. And that's when things started getting worse. Anita suggested they visit someone. Someone who could help. A traditional spiritual man. A babalawo. Desperate to save her marriage. Amen agreed. But what she didn't know was, Anita had already gone there before. She had already made a deal. She had promised something big. In exchange for destroying Amen's marriage. And what happened next made everything even more dangerous. The babalawo gave Amen something. A love potion. He told her, "Put this in your husband's food, and he will love you again." Amen believed him. She trusted the process. She went home and did exactly what she was told. But instead of bringing love back, it destroyed everything. Adamu changed overnight. The man who once loved her now hated her. He became harsh, cold, cruel. He stopped buying her gifts. He ignored their child. He treated Amen like a stranger. Amen was confused, broken, lost. And the only person she could talk to was Anita. The same person who caused it all. Amen cried to her, told her everything. But Anita only made things worse. She said, "You deserve better. Leave him." And slowly, Amen started believing it. Then came the moment that changed everything. One evening, after another painful argument, Amen made a decision. The house was silent, heavy. She looked around, at everything she once called home. But no one stopped her. No one spoke. Not even her husband. That's when she realized, this was no longer her home. This was no longer her life. And with a heavy heart, she packed her things. She left, leaving her daughter behind. Her heart shattered, but her spirit tired. And as she walked away, someone else was walking in. Anita, the best friend. She moved into the house, took over everything. She became the one cooking for Adamu, caring for Princess, living the life she once envied. And to make it worse, she poisoned Adamu's mind. She told him Amen was a bad woman, heartless, unworthy. And once again, she returned to the babalawo. This time, for herself. She was given another potion. And this time, it worked in her favor. Adamu fell for her. Completely. He loved her. Bought her gifts. Even bought her a house. Meanwhile, Amen watched from a distance. Broken. Shocked. Unable to believe. Her best friend had taken everything from her. And there was nothing she could do. Because Adamu no longer wanted to see her. Not even their daughter. And just when it seemed like Anita had won, something began to shift. Something no one expected. What would you have done if you were Amen? Would you have stayed, or walked away? Have you ever trusted someone who betrayed you? Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this story and want to see what happens next, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Story Room channel so you don't miss part 2. Because in part 2, karma shows up. And when it does, it doesn't knock.